guys, so we're back again. It's DJ FASMWA. Thanks for logging on and checking me out again. This is my vlog. It's all about me, my journey here in Sydney, about making, growing soca and Caribbean music in general. Soca, dancehall, reggae, and so forth. So, alright, so today I am going to the radio show. So, Bondi Beach Radio, from 12 till 2. It's the second Saturday of the month. And tonight I've got to play from 6:30 till 10:30 at Jamtown in Manly. Actually, follow me along on this day. I'm gonna be filming and so forth.
Just waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, getting messy and dirty, having the music trucks blaring down the streets, and just joining everyone with some fun. That's definitely up there.
Well, I know I'm definitely looking forward.
So we're just interviewing people on Bondi Beach Radio about Trinidad Carnival. So yeah, I'm gonna try and add this into
the two carnivals I've been to so far.
People watching on the Facebook feed, if they haven't been to Trinidad Carnival, what would you tell them? What could you tell them from here that they would not understand? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think the biggest thing, and this is something I think we talk about every time we talk about Carnival, is that trying to organize your first Carnival, especially in Trinidad, is not a simple task. It's not just like calling up and booking a hotel, a month or two in advance, just walking into an event. It doesn't work like that. Trinidad is a small place and it's a big carnival. So people are planning next year's carnival. No, for some people. By July, you're talking about most places are booked out. Events are sold out months in advance. It's not an easy process. And so I think it's the biggest thing I need to reinforce to people is that if you're curious about doing this, commit early.
Commit now for 2018 is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like if you're gonna come 2018, if you want to come to Trinidad Carnival, it's been on your to-do list, your bucket list. Start a regime right now. Plan your money, save your money. Find someone who can help you with getting there and accommodations and parties and getting your costume and all that kind of stuff, because it's not easy.
You mentioned getting somebody who can help you organize the events, and I can tell you that makes a massive difference. I've done 2 carnivals now. My first one, I went through Carnival Vibes to Trinidad. They took care of accommodation, costumes, events, food, everything. Basically, I turned up, I got drunk and I enjoyed myself. My second carnival, I did that on my own. I planned that one to Jamaica, and even to Jamaica, which is a smaller scale carnival, that was hard work. Getting into event, organizing tickets to events, sourcing tickets, sourcing accommodation, that stuff was not easy. So the value of having someone who has the inside route basically to take care of all of that stuff so you don't have to, is to me worth it. Absolutely 110%. So if you want to, Carnival Vibes is the hookup. It's the best hookup I could possibly recommend. So check them out.
This year you're actually lucky enough to have LaShawn Prescott from LNYTT coming to Australia to give a couple of workshops. And she's an absolutely amazing dancer, person, and ambassador for Caribbean dance. And I've sought her out when I've gone overseas, and she's actually coming out here, so we get a chance to experience her here in Sydney and get a little bit of that real authentic Caribbean vibes. And when it comes to the soca component, she's doing contemporary and soca. The soca component, like I said, she's carnival in a bottle. Her energy is just off the charts, and she'll give people here actually probably the best example of what that carnival energy and spirit is, that vibe that we can't describe. If you come across to her class, which is going to be next Tuesday is the Caribbean Contemporary, and next Wednesday 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at Triple Menace Studios. So I'm just going to let people know where they can get their tickets from. So on Facebook, jump onto the Caribbean Sydney page or Free.Dance, and there's a link to the Eventbrite tickets for both of those. So just have a look online and you'll find those.
Yes, alright, so we're going to continue with this. Mike, I'm watching you. We're going to continue with this Soca show, so you better log off. You might catch a disease, brethren. You might catch a disease. Right now is the power session. We're building up the Trinidad Carnival. Watch yourself. Ready. Yes.
So you mentioned panorama. For those who aren't familiar, explain a little bit of what that actually is, because the energy surrounding that is actually quite crazy and quite enjoyable. I remember the first time I went and just seeing all these little panyards, and they're all going, warming up basically for the big event. So tell us a little about it.
Yes, well, the warm-up has started. Everybody's learning their panorama tunes, rehearsing it, because it's a very complex composition. Most times there's a lot of runs and change keys and etc. So this is practice. But the competition really involves steel pan music.